time for Mayor Monday, and we're headed to Marion County this morning, checking in with a city known as the gateway to the Santiam Canyon.
It's the city of Stayton. It's located just about 20 miles southeast of Salem, and the rural community has been seeing some growth lately. Joining us live with updates this morning is Stayton Mayor Brian Quigley. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. First of all, about how big is Stayton? What's the population there?
Sure. So we have 8,400 people currently, and there might be a little bit of a population expansion shortly. We get some new housing development coming.
Okay, let's talk about what's happening downtown. We're hearing there's a lot of revitalization, some new activity. So catch us up on downtown Stayton.
Sure, you bet. So really, Stayton had an identity crisis a number of years back, and within the last couple of years, our local organization, really a grassroots organization, Revitalize Downtown Stayton, has really taken it upon themselves to revitalize downtown, and it's really done a fantastic job of being a Main Street organization and getting grants to the tune of $500,000 to really improve some of the buildings that we had here. From a facade standpoint, you can see a lot of the buildings were just to the point where no one really gave it any attention, and we've really done a fantastic job of revitalizing the downtown district. We have salons now, we have tap houses, we have little places to shop, we have a fantastic theater, a community theater. It's really taken a hold of itself and really being the hub now for people to come and visit.
Talk a little bit about your economic development strategy. What do you want to do in the city of Stayton as you move forward?
Yes, thank you for that. So currently we have a couple of projects going on. We have 80 acres that is industrial zoned just to the west of town. And we are trying to unencumber that piece of property for industrial development, try to really cultivate that. But the big piece of excitement for us is our former cannery, Norpat Cannery. They left a couple of years ago, and they were just recently purchased by a development company that has visions to turn it into an industrial facility. It's about 600,000 square feet. It has rail capacity, has heavy duty electricity right there now currently, and plenty of parking. So we're excited about that possibility about coming to town and what we can do from that standpoint.
Oh yeah, lots happening there. You mentioned earlier some new housing developments. The need for more housing is something we're seeing all around the state. So what's happening in your community?
Sure, yeah. So in the last 20 years, we haven't had much improvement as far as multifamily development goes. Right now, we have two major projects going on for 180 total units, of which 72 of those will be low income. So there's an expansion, there's an attraction to Stayton, and it's really taken off. We want to be careful, though, and have controlled growth, obviously, so it fits in financially, and as well as leaving our community having the same feel that we've always had from a small, affectionate community.
Is that part of the reason why you're seeing a few more people move there? What's been the extent of your growth in terms of population and people looking at Stayton as a place to live?
Yeah, great question. I think it's still the quintessential small town, being so close to Salem, they still have amenities from that standpoint if they wish a little bit more to try to find something a little bit more from that standpoint that's not here. But we have everything here that's contained. And the biggest thing about Stayton that I can tell you is our sense of community and how everyone gets involved and rolls up their sleeves and really pitches in to make this a livable place. Our quality of life here is really special. And you can be to the coast, in an hour and a half, or you go to the mountains, Detroit Lake. I mean, just the central geographical location for Stayton makes it attractive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, glad to hear that other folks feel the same and that we're seeing some growth in the area. Stayton Mayor Brian Quigley, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Good to talk with you.
Thank you for having us.
And
Have a good day.
Of course, if you want to stay up to date on what's happening in Stayton and communities all across the area, you can check out our previous Mayor Monday segments. Go to KOIN.com, click on the AM Extra tab.